Congressman Roger Williams is here with us, Republican representing District 25 during the congressional recess. Good to see you.
Good to be here, as always.
Tax reform, it's something you want to talk about, and you've got an initiative that you call Jumpstart America. It's a great name. Tell us about what you propose.
Well, I'm a business guy, and I see that we're leaving, in many cases, the greatest asset America has, Americans and small business owners, in the dust right now. You know, the economy's not back. Wall Street is doing fine, and that's great, but Main Street America is not back. We've tried some things the last several years, 0% interest, stimulus money, and frankly, I think socialism, and it's not working. The last thing to turn our economy around is to empower small business people to begin to take risk and hire people. Look, we got an economy of 47 million people on food stamps. We got an economy of 48 million people between the ages of 18 and 64, which we'd all agree is the heart of our workforce. They haven't worked one day in 12 months. 15% of the people in poverty, 76% of the people living paycheck to paycheck, $18 trillion debt. That's not an economy. To get the economy going again, we've got to empower small business owners. America does quickly the following. We cut the corporate income tax across the board. We cut the personal income tax across the board. We cut the cap gains. We cut the dividends. We cut the payroll tax in half for the employee and the employer. We allow the money that's overseas, we repatriate those profits generated by American companies overseas at 5%. That brings jobs back we never had. That brings jobs back we lost. And then we have done away with the death tax, the inheritance tax, most unfair tax anywhere in the world. That's the first component of what we've done with Jumpstart. We got it out of the House several weeks ago, gone on to the Senate. And then we're going to allow businesses and families to deduct 100% of what they buy in fixed assets, whether it be a new vehicle, a computer, a tractor. Write it off through you to buy it, which is a huge deal, and then it allows you next year to not have depreciation, so you make more money and possibly pay more taxes.
I know as a businessman you favor less government, not more. Right. You're in Congress now, and with a proposal like this, you see how the federal government works. Would you implement this in phases? Is this something like you could do it right away and you think it would work? What about existing programs and making up the difference?
Well, we started in phases. We put it through, we're passing it through the House in phases, but at the same time, as a package, it will work. Look, nobody knows where we are on taxes right now. There's so many regulations that banks can't loan small businesses money because of the Dodd-Frank legislation and some other stuff. So it needs to start. I mean, if we could wave a magic wand, it would start as a package to enable people to cash flow this country. We're not talking about loopholes here. We're not talking about deductions. We're talking about cash flow in America, because it's evident, I can tell you, there is no appetite in Washington to cut expenses like moms and dads do and small businesses do. So we got to cash flow the country, and the only ones that can do it are small business owners. Take risk, get reward, and let's bring real unemployment down to 5%. Let's have a 4% growth. Let's get America back on track again.